First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Allen looking to throw it right at the outset. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Allen going to keep this one himself. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You first see incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. To the air, Allen. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
Allen now on first down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Charles, that's a route that you and I have seen time and time again in our years up in this booth, and that executed well and a great throw, too.
And sometimes, even if you know it's coming, the execution will trump whatever you do on the defensive side of the ball. Plus, it was a well-thrown football. A nice, healthy gain right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd and 7. got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Allen now looks to throw. That is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Cole Kmet, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
The score, Vikings 7, Lions nothing. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Come on, set.
2 and now on first down. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Lions at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
In motion goes the tight end. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Allen going to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 43 yards. And the Vikings have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke round. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Ready?
They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
This defense for the Vikings, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here we go.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
13, Lions, nothing.
Down. Ultra. Strike. Green Jack. Ready?
From midfield, here's Tua. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Red. Yellow blue. Blaster 6.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. And he fires one that's intercepted. The big fella. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they went standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
We know, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
White. Claude red.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Ready, great.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. Now the ball comes loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a 1st down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Allen off the play fake.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Adam Thielen, 32 yards. And the Vikings are able to add on to their first half lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Vikings 27, Lions nothing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
Black shot. Ultra. Go ultra.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua being chased out left.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Shot. 17.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for the Lions.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
6, 7.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua.
Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch.
Complete to Jalen Waddle.
Watch out now.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 7.
In motion comes the tight end left.
7-yard line.
Black ultra.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Ready.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Ready.
From the gun, it's Tua. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Green jack. Smash. Red.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
On the double.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Hey, blue.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Vikings 31-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there of 22.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Blue striker. White. Ready?
Here's Tua. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Schultz. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
At the 2-yard line.
Red. Go pink. Yellow.
Tua going to throw. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 50. The 30. 20. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
At the 9-yard line.
2nd down and goal. Allen, the quick slant caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with career touchdown number 70. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Lutz good on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Lions, nothing. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
Yellow, blue. Yellow, go. Go red.
They'll send the tight end in motion
Red,
left.
yellow. Red, cycle. Cheetah.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Here we go. Black justice. Steel, black. Blue, go.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
Black ultra.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Lutz with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Vikings 41, Lions nothing. Will Lutz set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Tua, a final shot before half. And this one too low.
A lot of incompletions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
They'll throw now on the final play. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
Okay, ready?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. In motion left, Robinson. So after the INT, it's Allen escaping the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
35-yard line.
The tight end in motion right.
White. Ball red.
On second and inches. Tua rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Pete Werner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
White blue.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Taken right on the 30. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, first and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Nope.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Lions will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, Nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw again on second down. Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Baron Browning, the one who brought him down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
On 2nd and 7, Allen.
Open man is Komet, the tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Here's Allen to throw it. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen caught out left side by Robinson.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Touchdown! Cortland Sutton with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Vikings have widened the gap now to 50 points.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, set.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Black shot.
Tua sets up to pass it. That's caught again by Schultz. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
First down.
Tua now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Vikings are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a first down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To the air, Allen. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete.
He's going to pick up the first down and then some.
Touchdown, Vikings. Cortland Sutton, 28 yards.
And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Lutz good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Oh, good return up past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
To Josh Jacobs. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Now Tua. Oh, wide open, complete. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that zero. On first down, Tagovailoa. Another catch there for Waddle. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Complete to Jalen Waddle. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 21-yard line.
Check smash. Hey, close to you. Right, right. Ready.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for the Lions on first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Ready.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
Red, cycle.
Throwing again on second down. Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jalen Waddle. 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Extra point by Butker is on target as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Robinson will try to pick it up. Gets around him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Allen going to look
look to run it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Allen off the play fake. On the move to his left. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run again here with Robinson. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. And I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Vikings, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.
Dollar. Hey. DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions. Here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Yo, D baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We throwing hundreds, we going insane. Pouring this. Yeah, homies got me pouring this.